Are you trying to quit drinking alcohol and wondering if maybe there's something out there that you can substitute it with that will give you similar results? In this video, I share the only substitute for alcohol. So I recently watched a video about replacing alcohol. It was from a fellow YouTuber by the name of Sober Leon. Probably heard of him. If you haven't checked out his channel, I strongly recommend you do. I'll leave a link in the description. In a nutshell, what this video basically explains is there is no replacement for alcohol. Alcohol effectively being poison, and why would you ever feel the need to replace poison? You should just stop drinking it. He goes on to say that the only reason that you would ever feel the need to replace alcohol is because you still believe that alcohol is a good thing, that it's beneficial. And these are all, valid points. However, I disagree. I think what Sober Leon is more accurately referring to is not a replacement for alcohol, but a substitute for alcohol. A substitute is something that is comparable and similar in functionality, but a replacement supersedes alcohol. I believe there is lots of shit that supersedes alcohol, and I'll get into that in another video. However, I can think of only one substitute for alcohol. If you want to cut alcohol out of your life, there is one thing that you can substitute it with that will give you almost identical results. So what is that thing? Well, I want you to think about the things that matter the most to you. The things in your life that are the most valuable. Your money, your time, your health, your reputation, your relationships, your dreams, your goals. And I want you to take all of these things and lay them out in front of you. Now, pour an entire can of gasoline on them and set them on fire. Hold on, before you go anywhere, that was just a joke. But it's funny because it's actually true. The only substitutes for alcohol are just as destructive and irrational as drinking alcohol. They make just as much sense as throwing all of your things into a pile and burning it. People often try to substitute alcohol with other drugs, which is a huge reason why alcohol is a gateway drug. And doing this is only gonna make your problems worse in the long run. Now, if Sober Leon used the term substitute instead of replacement in his video, I would 100% agree. There is no healthy substitute for alcohol. If you're seeking a substitute for alcohol, it's because you in some way believe that alcohol still provides value in your life. But how I perceive that is you're just not ready to quit drinking yet. And here's why. Throughout my drinking career, I have known a lot of alcoholics. I've known people who abuse alcohol occasionally, and I know people who have died from alcohol abuse, and everything in between. And one common trait that I noticed they all seem to have is people who abuse alcohol search for excuses to continue drinking. Even though alcohol brings so much destruction into their lives, they try to find any reason to keep drinking. They try to rationalize it even though there's nothing rational about it. They are basically in denial because somewhere deep down, they still want to drink. They are able to forgive all of the destruction because it is overshadowed somehow by alcohol's perceived value. And what I see when someone wants to substitute alcohol is deep down, they don't want to stop drinking. And their desire to continue drinking is disguised by their desire to find a substitute. They're still desperately holding on to that part of alcohol that they're addicted to. And this is all embodied by the fact that they just aren't ready to be sober yet. So my question for you, are you ready to be sober? Are you ready to stop lying to yourself? Or are you still following sobriety with ifs, ands, and buts? The truth is, you're either in or you're out. So the bottom line is, stop searching for excuses to continue drinking. Stop searching for a substitute. The only healthy substitute for alcohol is sobriety. Only sobriety will give you everything that alcohol promised but never delivered. The sooner you can come to terms with the fact that alcohol is a fucking ball and chain that will weigh you down no matter which way you spin it, the sooner you can move on with your life and be free.